Lexie Hull playfully taunts Aliyah Boston's lack of fashion game for Fever compared to Unrivaled's Vinyl BC. Lexie Hull took notice of Indiana Fever teammate Aliyah Boston's seemingly elevated fashion game with her unrivaled squad Vinyl BC. She could not help but playfully make fun of it, highlighting how such was not the case for their WNBA team during the course of their season. Boston, who is the starting center for the Fever, took to Instagram to flex one of her pre-game outfits for Unrivaled, the newly formed 3-on-3 women's basketball league, which tipped off its inaugural season on January 17 in Miami. She captioned her post with, "Let's take a moment for the fit." Fellow WNBA and Unrivaled players gave their thoughts on the post in the comments section, including Hull, who moved to underscore the different approach Aliyah Boston has in her fashion game from that in the WNBA. Hull wrote, "Dresses up for Vinyl but not for Fever SMH. Boston and Hull had an eventful WNBA season. Together with rookie sensation Caitlin Clark and veteran Kelsey Mitchell, they helped the Fever reach the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Boston was an WNBA All-Star for the second straight season, while Hull had a breakout year where she was hailed among the league's top 6 Women of the Year. They are currently among 36 WNBA players featured in the inaugural season of Unrivaled, with Boston, 2-1, part of Vinyl BC, and Hull playing for Rose Basketball Club, 1-2. Aliyah Boston not one to shy from fashion changes. While Lexie Hull playfully made fun of Aliyah Boston's fashion transformation, the latter has made it known that she is not one to shy from trying out different styles, including for her hair. In one instance last WNBA season, a fan noticed that at one point she was not sporting any color on hair, which has been a familiar look for her, and asked the Indiana Fever star on X, formerly Twitter, why so. She gamely answered it and said, "I just wanted to try something new. Might add color to this style, but I haven't decided yet." Aliyah Boston did experiment with her hairstyle through the course of the season, complementing her black hair with varying color streaks. On the court, meanwhile, she was steady as ever for Indiana. She posted numbers of 14 points, 8.9 rebounds, 3.2 assists and 1.2 blocks as the starting center in 40 games. In the playoffs, she further picked it up, going for 16.5 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 blocks in their quarterfinal series against the Connecticut Sun. Lexie Hull playfully taunts Aliyah Boston's lack of fashion game, Fever vs Unrivaled's Vinyl BC. WNBA stars Lexie Hull and Aliyah Boston brought some light-hearted banter to the Indiana Fever as Hull playfully teased Boston for her perceived lack of fashion flair, especially when compared to Unrivaled's Vinyl BC. The moment sparked laughs among teammates and fans, highlighting the growing camaraderie within the Fever roster. The fashion showdown. Lexie Hull, known for her sharp shooting and emerging presence in the league, recently poked fun at Boston's understated style, suggesting that Boston's game-day outfits for the Fever don't quite measure up to the high-fashion scene at Unrivaled's Vinyl BC events. Boston, who was the #1 overall pick in the 2023 WNBA draft, is typically more reserved in her wardrobe choices, favoring comfort and practicality over bold statements. Hull playfully commented during a team interview, "Aliyah's game on the court is unmatched, but her wardrobe? Let's just say she's not winning any fashion awards compared to the Vinyl BC crowd. We might need to stage a makeover." Boston's response. Aliyah Boston took the teasing in stride, laughing off Hull's comments and jokingly responding, "I save my energy for buckets, not outfits. But hey, if Lexie wants to be my stylist, I'm open to suggestions." Boston's humble and good-natured reply only endeared her further to fans, showcasing the fun dynamic between the Fever players. Unrivaled's Vinyl BC, the gold standard for style. Unrivaled's Vinyl BC, a high-profile basketball event known for its fusion of elite athleticism and cutting-edge fashion, has set a new standard for style in the basketball world. Players and fans alike show up dressed to impress, making it a cultural phenomenon in its own right. Hull's comparison between the Fever and Vinyl BC underscores the stark contrast in style, with Vinyl BC being a showcase of high-fashion streetwear, designer collaborations, and bold aesthetics. While Boston might not yet be making waves in the fashion world, her dominance on the court more than compensates. Fans react to the playful exchange. Fans of both players took to social media to share their thoughts on the light-hearted rivalry. Many enjoyed seeing the camaraderie between Hull and Boston, with one fan tweeting, "Lexie and Aliyah's banter is everything."